Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Inga Cotton. I'm the founder and executive director of San Antonio Charter Moms, and these are Charter Moms Chats, and it is enrollment season. We're talking about schools that have already started open enrollment for the next school year, 2022-23, which it feels weird to say that, but that is in fact what the next school year will be, and it's time to plan ahead. And so today we're talking about Royal Public Schools, and which is a brand new school that just opened on the south side of San Antonio. They have a unique education model called Streams 360. And to talk to us about that, we have their founder and CEO, Dr. Sonar Tarim. And he has a distinguished career. He's, let's see, well, he's best known for founding Harmony, which has schools across Texas and has a STEM education model. So, but he's kind of building on what he's learned from that to include, more like arts and reading and more counseling, and anyway, there's a lot more elements to the model at Royal Public Schools. So we're going to learn about that today. We're going to find out about how the enrollment process works. So lots to cover. But Sonar, thank you so much for joining us on Charter Moms Chats.
Thank you, Inga. Thank you for having me for the show.
Yeah. Okay. So for folks who are just now learning about Royal Public Schools, I want to mention, so in the description of the video, there's a link to the enrollment guide blog post on sachartermoms.com. So I encourage everybody to click through and read that because it's got lots of links and facts and just good stuff. But Sonar, I wanted to hear from you, like, how would you describe the mission and vision of Royal Public Schools?
Yeah, again,
Asia and King McNeil to the front office.
This is school life.
Yeah, this is school life. It just, we have announcements. It's after school program. So I apologize for sometimes background noise. So how do I describe Royal Mission? As you said, we're a brand new almost 1 year old now school in San Antonio, Royal Public Schools. Our mission is really tells a lot about our program, which is to spark our student natural curiosity and love of learning. Because without really sparking our, as young as kindergarten, first grade, right? Without sparking their curiosity and love of learning, then we can provide, knowledge and skills that they need so they can be successful and fulfill their lives. That's really outlines what we are doing at Royal Public Schools here in San Antonio. And in terms of vision, we have a long-term vision, and that is to create and establish an educational system that prepares and curious and knowledgeable and responsible students for so they can be successful in life. So kind of like between mission and vision, the bottom line, sparking their curiosity and preparing them for life and beyond.
Yeah. Well, I'm so glad I got to visit the school this year. I missed that during the pandemic, but I couldn't visit school. But I'm very happy I got to visit Royal Public Schools and hang out in the back of the classroom and see just how excited the students were to be learning, and especially for things like the robotics class and the art class, very dynamic teaching. So I wanted to ask you about the facility that Royal Public Schools is in, because it's really unique. And it just sort of, what has that process been like, getting that building, ready for students, ready for, the Royal Public Schools model, and yeah, how are things going?
Yeah, as you pointed out, Inga, we are so happy and extremely happy to have a facility that we have here in the south side of San Antonio. This building was built in 1921. It's almost like a historic building and serve the community well in the past 100 years. And it's a dream come true for a charter school operator to find an existing school building and move into and start educating or serving our students. So, but of course, having 100 years old building, that means we had to do a little bit remodeling and construction to make sure that our students have a nice environment that is conducive to learning. So we have done during the summer a lot of upgrades. I sometimes call it makeup of the building, and we change almost every building, every actual windows in the building, because we want to make sure that our children receive natural light and full light. And if you come in the building, you will see this facility, like you don't need to actually turn on the lights, and we have enough natural, sunlight. And then we upgrade all the restrooms, and you're not going to believe it, but actually we put a lot of marble and make sure that the restrooms are clean, and fresh. We made a lot of lightings in the hallways. It's bright now. Improve our science lab, and then we removed the old chain link fence around the building and put ornamental nice fence welcoming to the school. And then as far as physical environment, obviously we didn't have a front pick up and drop off location, so we built a one so that our parents can go through a drive-through and drop off their children right 10 feet away from classroom, so that they walk in a very short distance and be in a safe drop off and pick up. So bottom line, we improved this building just to help create a conducive learning environment for our students. And we're going to do a grand opening, so everybody's welcome to see the building and see what we're doing. Our grand opening and ribbon cutting is going to be on November 18th. It's not far from us, almost 14 days away. It's going to be here at the site, 4018 South Presa. It's like 5 minutes from downtown.
Yeah, I'm so excited about. I haven't seen the new driveway yet, but I think that's a really important thing to do, because you want families to feel welcome and safe while they're picking up and dropping off kids. And that that Presa it's an important street on the south side, and it's kind of narrow. It's an old street, so
Yes.
there wasn't really a place, and it was a little confusing. Like there's a one-way street, and it's just it's just kind of hard to get your bearings. But I'm excited to see the new driveway, because I think it'll make the school just focus on, this is the entrance, and parents are welcome. Here's where you drive.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
The whole purpose is to make sure that our parents and children come to school and leave the school in a safe and orderly manner.
Yeah, and I remember from talking with Principal Rebecca Hines
Mhm.
that she's connected with the alumni community right, because the building was St. Teresa's Academy for many years, and there's still an active alumni community from that school, and people with really good memories of growing up, and or with ghost stories about
Yes.
about the building,
Yes.
all the traditions. So it's great to that it's still an active school, and it's connected with the St. Teresa's Academy alumni community as well.
That is correct. I mean, this used to be a Catholic school and being used as a Catholic school. And for a while, they said that they also used. There was an actual bowling alley underneath this, basement of this building. And I talk to people in the neighborhood. They tell us there are a lot of stories, good stories and memories of this facility, and including previous, charter school operator. Really, they serve well to this community.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, no, it's wonderful, and I know I'm kind of dwelling on the facility, but I was just really struck. There's so much space there. I always just assumed that the school was just that frontage on Presa, but the fact that the property goes way back almost to Hackberry.
That is
Um,
right.
yeah, and then this is part of the plan of be able to expand, right? Because so the current year it's grades K through second, but then next year it's going to be K through fifth, right?
That is correct. So next year, any students who will be attending kindergarten through fifth graders are welcome. They can apply. Yes, we're opening all elementary school, and as you mentioned, there's a huge land behind this building that expands all the way from Fair or South Presa to Hackberry. We're on the side of Fair Avenue, and it's almost 8-acre land. So our plan is to build a middle high school that once the children graduate from elementary school, they'll be on the same site attending our middle school and high school, because we are approved to serve kindergarten through 12th grade.
Yeah, yeah. And the plan eventually is to have a cluster of schools, right? But I don't want to get ahead of ourselves, right? We can't
Yes.
announce any locations or anything like that, right? The first thing is to get the campus established well, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Well, good. Well, I want to transition from talking about the facility, which I can't wait to go to the ribbon cutting. I'm really excited about that. But you can talk more about the academic model, and I kind of alluded to that in the introduction, and you talked about for the mission and vision, right? It's that you want to spark curiosity in the students, and you want to prepare them with the skills and the knowledge so that they can be productive in society. But sort of how does that work on campus, like for things like the Royal Block, like how the schedule
Yes.
works?
Yes. So obviously, doing physical, fixtures and getting building ready, although it takes quite a long time, but the most important aspect of our program is the model that we're developing, we're offering to our students. So from the get-go, what we said to in this Royal program is we have a three unique model that actually separate us from other surrounding schools in the area. First and foremost is a Royal Block, and I'll talk about what exactly Royal Block is. So there are three. Royal Block is one of them. Royal Block is simply a personalized instruction, and given at certain times in a given day. The second unique aspect is Deming cycle. Deming cycle, also known as continuous improvement. Whatever we do in our school, we want to make sure that we use a cycle of improvement continuously to be better, whether it's an academic program or some of the policies and procedures that we improve ourselves. The third unique model is Stream 360. Stream 360 is STEM education, enhanced STEM education with reading, art, and social emotional learning support that includes the whole child. So those are the three unique programs. And if I dive into Stream 360 as one of our unique model is that again includes STEM education, and we include reading and art, and students really also supported through social emotional learning throughout all subject areas. And 360 represents the whole child, providing a full round of services to our students. And students demonstrate their knowledge with this 360 model. Students demonstrate their knowledge and skills by developing and presentation and hands-on work. Through this process, a teacher's role is to facilitate in the classroom, is there as a facilitator, and they are letting our students learn on their pace within the Royal Block and Stream 360. As a result, what happened is students develop self-awareness, and they became self-motivated, and they became independent learners and decision makers, and by improving their relationship with others, and finally, their social awareness and motivation through presentation, through demonstration, it improves drastically. And there are so much benefit of doing Stream 360 and our Royal Block. And one of the benefit is that it improves student engagement in the classroom, because if you do project-based learning, hands-on, really engagement in any topic, it's increased drastically, and there are a lot of research. It's about almost 70% increase in engagement. And then we find that also student grades are increased 22% as a result of doing project-based learning and hands-on, within the Royal Block. Test scores are improved 28%. Student performance and attendances are improved. Graduation also improved drastically. So there are so much benefit academically and socially by implementing our Stream 360 and Royal Block.
Yeah. Well, I was lucky on the tour. I got to see. Well, I mean, I got to see all these elements, right? So, like for the STEM education, I got to observe a robotics class, and I was really impressed with what the coach was doing. Like he would just sort of monitor a little bit, but the kids seemed very motivated, like, and they were putting lots of pieces together, and these are very young kids. I think
Yes.
In some settings the sort of the nice toys are only for the big kids, but but at Royal, like the young kids are getting their hands into the Legos and the robots too.
Yes, I mean, again, this year we are only offering kindergarten, first, second grade, but next year it's going to be K-5. If you remember, because of the pandemic, most of our students, even our second graders, they had only 4 months of education. Actually, they were in the classroom and in the school only 4 months, and their education was interrupted. So many of our kids who are in kindergarten, first and second, not just at Royal, any other school, they had almost no formal, they had never been in formal schools, classrooms. Because of that, we know that many of our students are behind of their subjects, but that doesn't prevent us not offering like the advanced level courses, like robotics is one of them, coding is another one. As early as kindergarten, first grade, children are learning working on robotics hands-on and learning coding, and there are ways of teaching students how to code, and I explained it in detail, obviously, and parents are amazed that their children like doing robotics and putting pieces together, that and improving their knowledge.
Yeah, yeah, and I got to observe a counselor doing a social emotional learning lesson with kids, and I could see how important that is because they they yeah, the pandemic was created a lot of stress and trauma for some families, and having the counselors there to talk to the students and also to talk to the families who experienced trauma, that's really important, and that the kids need to in a gentle way, but understand what the expectations are. Because if they haven't been used to, if they've been at home, right, and doing distance learning where maybe the academic expectations weren't as high, and then now they're in an area with high academic expectations, they need to know how to behave, how to treat each other, like how to work as a team, and yeah. But what I remember from that setting is that the students these were young kids, but they were very engaged with what the counselor was doing, and they were learning different ways to talk about their feelings, and and that way, like, it's not just the STEM education, it's not just the set of skills, but it's also these like soft skills that and this self-awareness that the students will have.
Yes, I mean, again, it's social emotional learning. It's so important, Inga, to implement in a school environment to support our students. It's critical, and as you mentioned and talked about, self awareness, self management, social skills is part of our social emotional learning, competency, and having a counselor, we, knowingly part of our program, we hire full-time certified counselor in our school to support our students, because we know everybody's coming from pandemic. They need a lot of support socially, emotionally, and academically. I mean, it's unfortunate, and we are able and capable of doing this, and helping and supporting our students. That's part of our school culture, and we want to make sure that someone with credentials, a counselor is available. Not obviously a counselor, but all of our teachers are also being trained and coached how to support our students in the classroom.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's taking care of the social emotional learning, benefits, helps the students be ready for the academics. And I know that it's a new school, so the students have only been in the setting. When I toured, I think school had been underway for about a month, and but I can see the foundation being laid, and I'm excited to see how this develops over the years. As the students get more time in this program, and with be able to bring this like self-awareness and also like the skills and the academic stuff that they get to build on. And then as you mentioned, Royal Block has personalized learning, and so that's a way to identify what gaps students may have, because like you said, if these students are kindergarten through second grade, the most kind of pre-pandemic learning they would have been maybe 4 months. Some of them never went to school before the pandemic, and they've only experienced kind of disrupted learning, so they need to be supported on the things that they might have fallen behind on.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Well, great. I was wondering if you could get more about well, I guess I know this, but when I toured, there was a grandmother and a parent who talked about how happy they were having their students enrolled at Royal. So I was wondering if you could share like what's some of the feedback or things that you're hearing from families who have their kids at Royal now.
Yeah, I mean, one thing really makes me and make makes our team, teachers and administrators to come to school and serve our community is our, of course, students and parents and the community here. Because their feedback really motivates us. And I personally, all of our administrators are at drop-off line every morning in the afternoon, and we talk to them and understand their need, understand how we can serve, and we get a lot of feedback from them and how happy they are. I mean, you can see their faces when they come to school, and they tell us that my child never wanted to go to school, and I had a hard time to pull him or pull her from the bed and come to school. They're happy. They are learning. I mean, just 2 days ago, one of our parents pulled me and said, "I just wanted to tell you, like, I was trying to help my child learn his numbers. Like two-digit numbers, how he can add and subtract." And suddenly he saw me, "Mom, I completed all of it. Here, like I finished it." And she said, I was shocked, and I had to call my husband to come look at it. Like he did it by himself. Like, I mean, this is like really made my day. So seeing that children wanted to learn, I remember like vividly. First day we had one child. He was crying, didn't want to come to school. Like, he didn't want to step in the building. He was holding his father's leg and said, crying, I don't want to be here. I want to go home. And now I see the same child. He's jumping off the car, and then he's running into, running into a cafeteria first thing in the morning because he want to meet with his friends, want to stay in the school, and really learn and be part of the royal family. So
Yeah.
And of course, having small classroom size is really helping for us, for our teachers, and for our administrators to get to know everybody in our school, our parents, even we know their grandparents, who they are. So we're happy that we have strong communication and then great feedback from our families.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's good. I know that. I mean, it's a brand new school, and so you've got room for more kids. And so if the current families are happy, then they'll tell their friends. And here I am, SA Charter Moms. We're gonna try to we'll try to tell as many people as we can. So, but yeah, that there are current openings. For grades K through second, and then the fact that you're getting ready for next year to be able to expand to fifth grade. That's good because then more siblings will be able to
Yes,
stick together in school. Yeah.
definitely, it's going to help actually opening up K-5 now that many parents are again. This is a feedback came from our parents. They said, we have multiple kids in upper grades and lower grades. We want to come here, but please open up upper grades so that we don't have to go two different places. So we listen to our parents, and so that's why we're offering K-5 next year, so we can accommodate families with multiple children.
Mhm. Well, are there things that I mean, it's been a real joy for me to watch this process and and hear like as you've refined the school model but do you have like sort of stories or anecdotes about like the school in action and like how like things that you dreamed up are actually coming to life with the students and their teachers?
Oh yeah, I mean, every day we are full of stories, Inga. I mean, with the children coming to school, really, the bottom line, we're creating a culture of expectation, culture of collaboration, and we see our teachers, helping each other. We see our students, helping, to support each other when they're, in good times or even bad times. We have unfortunate events happening, like among families and things. The entire, not just counselors, but our teachers step up and do fundraising to help families in need to support them. Really makes me happy that within 2 months of school opening, this is a brand new school, and we all became a large family to support each other. So I'm happy that this is the whole not just academic piece, but a cultural piece coming together in a short period of time. And then we just completed art / a science fair, like part of our space week a couple of weeks ago. Our children put together a really beautiful, art show that displays the moon, all the, basically, space activities in the school. That it was so beautiful that I mean, it's hard to explain until you see the pictures, you see the kids in action, how they were supporting and helping each other to accomplish their projects.
Yeah. Well, that's, I think I saw some of the mood art when they were making that in the art class. Like they had like white paint and black paint and this like ball of foil that they were dabbing, and they were very energetic about it. And
Yes,
so, but now I can see like it's part of a bigger theme. But and that's what a great way to bring together the art and the STEM, right? Because
yes,
you can talk
yeah,
about the moon and how do humans get to the moon and back. What humans might do in the future of the moon. But in the meantime, you can also like yeah, like create something and get your hands in the paint.
yeah. It's on a display right now in our library. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds wonderful. Well, I'm so happy that the school like you guys are up and running because it was it was on the drawing board for a while and now it's the real thing and I'm so proud that it's in San Antonio. This I know that yeah, like you've got you have friends in San Antonio who are welcoming Royal and the Southside of San Antonio, and the fact that it's a community forming around the school already. I think that's great. And then someday it'll be a network of schools, and there'll be this
Yeah,
identity around being a Royal Public Schools family.
yeah,
And yeah, this culture of high expectations that you mentioned, and also the Deming cycle, right? The continuous improvement of people supporting each other, learning from each other, teachers helping teachers, students working in groups. It sounds like a really strong culture. That's what I saw when I was on the tour.
definitely. I mean, Royal was born in San Antonio, and it's going to be the product of San Antonio. And really, we are proud to be part of the community here in the South Side, especially because we are very proud. I mean, I moved here, lived in the South Side. We are very proud to be part of the South San Antonio because I feel that there's a pride being in the South. And I personally feel also, along with many of our staff members, because we want to make sure that we do well and serve our community. That's the bottom line. And really, truly, our commitment is that we believe that our unique model, school model, combined with strong culture and mutual respect and kindness and high expectation and leadership presence, everybody in the school will enable our students to achieve at the highest level. That's the bottom line, to make sure that our kids achieve their goal at the highest level.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm very excited about what you're doing, and I look forward to seeing it continue to grow. And I'm proud to help spread the word about it, help more families learn about Royal Public Schools. Because, like you said, it's it is on the south side, but it's also very close to downtown. So if there's
Yes, yeah.
families who work downtown, it's just a quick drive, down Presa or like take 281 to Fair. Like it's very close to Southtown or King William or that part of town.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's as far as the location, our school location, it is really convenient to many people. They can come from anywhere. We are like one light away from 37, right here, 37 at Fair, and we're on Presa and Fair, and 5, 6 minutes away from Riverwalk, downtown Riverwalk. So it's very convenient for many people to come, reach us. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think this is the part in Charter Moms Chats when I get down to the details about how families can learn more. Hopefully, they're excited about this. As I'm excited as a community member that this is part of the San Antonio school choice ecosystem. But I hope there are families listening who are wondering, okay, how do we learn more about Royal? So I'll go ahead and put the website on the screen, royaltx.org. But can you talk more about how families can learn more, how they can apply?
Thank you. Yeah. So the easiest, best way to find out, from your home, you just log into our website, royaltx.org, and learn more about our school. And you can also call our front office, 210-531-0200. 0300, easy number. Again, 210-531-0300. It's our phone number. And you can call, learn more about it. Then obviously, as far as the application is concerned, when you go to our website, you just click on application process, and you just fill out very simple, easy form. It doesn't take more than a few minutes to fill out the application, and then or if you want to come visit our school at any time, you're welcome. Call or email us. You can email us info@royaltx.org, info@royaltx.org. We're happy to give you a tour. So far, anybody, I have never seen a parent will come here, see the building, and will not register. They all register or enroll their children. If you're in kindergarten through second grade, we have space. You can enroll this year. If you want to apply next year, you're still welcome to come see our school, meet our teachers, and soon we're going to publish our open house dates, so you can learn, one-on-one or in a group to our program. So you're welcome to apply either this year or next year.
Yeah, I just put up on the screen the date. So open enrollment for next year has already started. There is a deadline of March 13th, and then the lottery will be after that. So
yes.
So just best to act sooner rather than later.
Yeah.
And, it's okay to apply to multiple schools, but the important thing is to get the applications in.
That is correct. It's okay to apply multiple schools, but Royal is going to be the best choice, the best choice for you.
Yeah, but that's where having the school tour availability is really important, and I'm excited about the open houses. I'll be sure to share those in the discussion group. So this is my plug for the our Facebook group, San Antonio Charter Moms discussion group, and this is we talk about school choice all the time, and we share about opportunities like school tours and open houses and stuff. It's a great way to do research.
I think that's really critical. As a parent, I would really make look at the school's detail and meet with teachers, administrators. That way you can understand the school culture, if it's going to fit to your child's need. It's absolutely critical. Obviously, I'm confident to say in our organization, in our program, that we can satisfy based on project-based learning, what we offer as a Royal Block and Stream 360, that we will be accommodating everybody's need, including special education, ESL students, everybody. And I'm confident that regardless of pandemic, how behind they are in their academic growth, within a year, our goal is to make sure our children reach their grade level and beyond. Yeah,
the emphasis on growth. Okay, I want to. We have a shout out from Principal Hines. She says, "Come join our royal family."
Yes.
Good advice. I love getting comments during the stream. So, okay, well, I'll just put it up one more time. So royaltx.org is the website, info@royaltx.org. And then Lori Atwood is the enrollment specialist, and she does a great job giving tours of the school and answering questions. And I hope that families, hearing this or get curious about Royal Public Schools. They can, check out the enrollment guide on the blog. I think going to an open house or an information night is a great thing for families to do. I'm excited about the ribbon cutting, because then I'm excited to see the community that's growing around Royal Public Schools, and and celebrate the fact that the school is open and thriving.
Yeah, speaking, our principal, I apologize, forgot to mention, she is dynamic. She's one of the best that you can ever find, and she brings wealth of experience to this organization, from Idea Schools being the Idea, premier school principal, and obviously we combine our efforts together with many other administrators to serve our students, and I'm happy that she is, be the leader for this program.
Yeah, I am too. You're building a great team. I'm really happy to see it. So, okay, well, Soner, it's been great talking with you, and I look forward to seeing you at the ribbon cutting in a couple weeks.
Thank you, and everybody welcome to our ribbon cutting on November 18 at 2 p.m. at our site.
Wonderful. Okay, take care.
Bye.